Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to cut through all the noise around AI. Forget the killer robots, forget the digital utopias for a second. We're going to dive into the really grounded perspective of a true AI pioneer to understand what this technology is actually doing to our world right now.
So who are we talking about here? Our guide for this is Terry Winograd, an AI researcher who was, literally there from the very beginning.
His story is actually pretty amazing. Back in the 60s at MIT, he built this groundbreaking program called Shrudlu. It was one of the very first that could understand plain English commands. But by the 70s, he started to get disillusioned with all the hype, and he eventually became one of AI's most thoughtful critics. So this journey from builder to critic, it gives him a super unique and frankly, very credible viewpoint.
And yeah, he saw the hype cycle up close and personal. Get this, that quote is from his own advisor at MIT, all the way back in 1970. The promise of human-level AI was always just around the corner. He saw firsthand how these huge predictions just kept missing the mark, which really explains his more, measured take on things today.
Okay, so where does that leave Winograd? Well, his position is crystal clear. He's not a doomer, he doesn't think the robots are coming to get us, but he's not a booster either, promising some kind of tech paradise. He argues that both of these extremes, these long-term fantasies, are really just a dangerous distraction from the very real and immediate ways AI is impacting all of us.
Right, so if AI isn't here to save us or destroy us, then what is it actually doing in our society?
And this is the core of his whole argument. AI isn't creating brand new problems out of thin air. No, instead, it's a massive accelerant. It's taking the issues we already have and just magnifying their scale and their speed like never before.
He uses this absolutely brilliant analogy, the car. Think about it. The automobile was invented to help us get around faster, right? Its purpose wasn't to create pollution or urban sprawl or, help cause climate change. Those were the unintended side effects that actually ended up having the biggest impact on society. And he says AI is exactly the same. The real story is in the side effects.
All right, so let's get into the specifics. What's the evidence for this thesis? Winograd points to 4 huge dangers that AI is accelerating at this very moment.
We're talking about deception, economic displacement, human isolation, and what he calls irresponsibility. And again, look at this list. None of these are new problems, right? But AI is just pouring gasoline on every single one of these fires.
So let's take that first one, deception. The ability to manipulate images and create fake news, that's been around for a long time.
Just look at this infamous photo from the 2004 US presidential election. It was faked using plain old Photoshop. No fancy AI needed, just to damage a candidate's reputation. The idea that you can't trust what you see, it's not new.
But, and this is a huge but, this is where AI completely changes the game. It industrializes deception. It takes something that used to take some skill and effort, and it turns it into an assembly line. It makes it cheap, easy, and infinitely scalable.
And that gets to the real kicker. There is now a powerful economic incentive, a business case, for eroding reality. This quote from a former OpenAI employee is just chilling. It shows this mindset where, in a competitive market, you release the tech because if you don't, your competitor will. Suddenly, the right business decision can be in direct conflict with a stable society.
And that exact same logic of the right business decision just pours fuel on our second danger, economic displacement. Another AI pioneer, Geoffrey Hinton, he lays it out so bluntly. AI isn't a tool for equality, it's a tool for efficiency. Owners will use it to replace labor, which concentrates wealth at the very top and displaces huge numbers of workers. The third danger is the acceleration of human isolation. And you can see this in a super simple example, students doing homework. It used to be a social thing, right? You'd get together, form a study group, talk through problems, and build relationships. Now, the most efficient path is to just ask ChatGPT. This obsession with optimization is stripping away the messy, human interactions that are so critical for building a community.
And that drive for efficiency leads us straight to the 4th danger, irresponsibility. Just listen to this quote from a high school student. Whenever I have to think, I talk to Claude. I do what Claude says. People are starting to outsource their thinking, their judgment, their actual decisions to an algorithm. And that creates this subtle but really profound shift away from personal accountability.
So you're probably thinking, okay, these are huge problems, but why can't we just fix them? Why not pass some laws or build a better AI to fight the bad AI?
Well, one of the most popular ideas out there is called AI alignment. The people working on this are trying to solve a really important problem. How do you get a super intelligent system to do what you mean, not just what you say? The dream is to bake our core values like safety and fairness right into the AI's code, so it acts like a good partner.
And this one question just brilliantly exposes the central flaw in that whole logic. Whose values are we talking about? A value like individual freedom might be everything in one culture, while community well-being is the priority in another. There's no single, universal instruction manual for human values that we can just program into an AI.
And this gets to an even deeper point, and it's captured perfectly in this quote. The issue isn't some bug we can patch. It's fundamental to what the technology is. No matter how smart an AI gets, it doesn't care. It doesn't have judgment or intentions or any stake in the outcome. It's just calculating. It doesn't give a damn.
So if a simple technical fix is totally off the table, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to navigate this future?
Well, Winograd suggests we need a fundamental shift in our mindset. We have to stop thinking of this like a calm voyage, where we can just plot a perfect course from A to B. It's way more like we're in a raft, and we're navigating some seriously dangerous, unpredictable rapids.
And what that means is that this is not a problem that can be solved once and for all. It's a reality to be managed. The answer isn't a single piece of code or one perfect law. It's a continuous, difficult, and collective process of social and cultural steering.
And this is the final, crucial takeaway. The technology is providing the power. It's the engine that is pushing us forward at an incredible speed. But it is still up to us, as a society, to grab the wheel and decide which direction we want to go. The power is in the machine, but the responsibility, that remains firmly with us.